coming
Yeah,
to this
okay.
town. Black hands and a white woman scorn. Okay.
I am BB Sage. I am part of the Black Statistic. And it was. I'm surprised I'm here. I'm kind of nervous going after that guy. I don't want any trouble. Okay? I don't want any trouble. I didn't think I was going to make it here tonight. I had some things happen at home. I was in the shower, and I've been doing this inner work. Because life is a journey, and self-insight is beneficial. I was in the shower, and all this inner work I've been doing. All of a sudden, I was in there with my inner child. That was awkward because he's cute, kind of sexy and smart, and I was like, oh well, jeez, this is. I don't think I'm a pedophile, but my 10-year-old self is plump little booty, and so light bulb moment. I was like, oh, I get it. I see why our older cousin molested us. Now I'm not a victim shamer, but I kind of had it coming. So he had a lot of questions, and he was like, hey, I thought we would have hair down there by now. And I was like, well, there's a trend, and, so I thought, well, I can show you better than I can tell you. So we go down to the strip club, me and my 10-year-old self, and there's a dancer there, Clarity was her name, and I said, just hang out with me and see this, and what's really clear now is that I have a kink for tattoos, stretch marks, and bullet wounds. I didn't know that. The inner journey is quite shows you shit. I don't like to travel, but I'm rich, so I travel anyway. So recently, me and my lover, we went to Peru, and I don't know if anybody else has ever fucked under a pile of rubble after an earthquake. Well, let me tell you, put it on your bucket list. So there we are in Peru, and I usually like to roll. I'm old school, so I usually just do heroin. But there we were in Peru, and I'm like, okay, well, I didn't really want to do any cocaine, and so which was a highlight of going to Peru, but so I started eating these coffee beans, and so I was a little jittery. So when the earthquake hit, I didn't feel it, but my lover did, and she did like this kung fu move and like actually saved my life just as the sacred temple was collapsing. And so I wake up to her like facing me on my chest, and we're surrounded. It's about the size of a coffin, and I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And she's like, "Well, I just saved your life," and I was like, do better. So, we're there. It's about 3 days later. We're slipping in and out of consciousness, and I'm like, we're gonna die. They're never gonna rescue us. And I get an idea. I say, why don't we fuck ourselves to death while we're waiting? And boy, she's sharp. And the last thing I remember was I heard hot two, and then it started to rain. And I was like, doing the fucking, and we're doing that, and I look over my head and I see like one of the pieces of rubble. It's getting kind of jingly, because the rain is loosening it up, and I'm thinking, man, if I gotta try to time this so I'm busting the nut just as this thing crushes my head. That is the way to go out. So, yeah, just, I had some other shit, but I'm beating the stage. I got the light. Thank you.